So this next one though, this is the last one we're gonna be leaking here, but again, it's a big one. So
this was Idager's baby.
All right,
Idager had he has a love for Martyr, and you know, one of the designers, or whenever we get passionate about something, there'll be a designer who's the driving force behind it. Of course, we all help iterate on everything, but Idager was the main driving force behind the Martyr rework. And that's why I wanted him to kind of come on and talk about it, but he did. You know, he was like, "Whatever, I'll talk in chat." But okay, so Monarch Retribution. So the hero had a lot of mixed signals that it was giving, a lot of back and forth problems where you didn't know if you wanted to be full on life, you didn't want to know if you wanted to be low on life. There was a lot of differences. So Retribution gets changed. We decreased the damage, but gave it an AOE.
Yeah.
Which is actually way super cool when you...
I imagine so.
You'll see a lot of uses. In fact, most SBTers said that this probably shouldn't happen. They thought it was a little too strong. But we said, fuck it.
Does it work against like creeps and stuff? It can be used as a farming tool?
Yeah, no, it can be used as a farming tool. It is something that we didn't say. I was just
like, no, that's how they do things here. No, that's not how they do things here.
So SBTers get a lot of flack too when there's like something's really strong and they'll say that it's really strong and then we go ahead and release it anyways.
Yeah.
And then people are like, well, what did SBT do? Why didn't they say anything? SBT does say something, but we don't always take the SBTers' advice on everything. But so giving shout out to my SBTers. I love you guys. Y'all make the world go round. Anyways,
help out a lot.
So Guardian Angel was one of the first reworks. This ability works great on yourself, and it works great on allies, and basically 100% reduction of damage at level 4, which means whoever it is not dying in that 5 seconds that they have it on, and it does non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Which means if you've got some dot on you, or you've got something that's going to kill you, and I put this on, and that duration would have killed you. Now, when it runs off, you take all the damage, but you go down to 1 life. So if I put this on and somebody instantly Pyromancer ults you, right? You'll take that Pyromancer ult damage when it ends.
Yeah,
but you'll go down to 1 life. So if you can get out of death's door's range, like if you can get out of that Pyromancer's range in that 5 seconds, you will live. So like Monarch, it's like as a design team, we're now releasing 2 defensive supports. What
it's
like
going
we're bringing
on?
This whole new support role to the game. So now Martyr will be this fantastic defensive support as well, because she will be able to block incoming damage. So yes, it does seem OP, Mr. Moeller, as you have mentioned your distaste for other things. No, it is strong, but with reworks like this, you always want to take a risk with the community. You always want to try something, and if it gets good feedback, and if you see it not absolutely crushing the world of HoN around you, and sometimes it's good to take these risks. And this might be too strong. We might have to tone it down.
Monarch Martyrlane's coming.
Monarch Martyrlane's. No one dies.
No one dies ever.
No one gets any farm or any kills, but no one
actually dies.
The most boring laning phase ever created.
That's a thing. So Guardian Angel though, so it no longer does the damage transfer. It's just a straight up, I'm gonna put wings on you to save you.
Right.
That's the idea, but it doesn't damage transfer like it does now. So
right.
Okay.
And you can cast it on yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Flop over to the next part.
So yeah, that was part 1. I didn't even mention that that was part 1, guys. I know some people are like, "Well, that's it." Like, no, that was just part 1.
That's part 1.
Here you go with part 2.
So Soul's Conviction. The lower the health you are, the more regen you get. Right.
Yeah.
So you can get to these really low parts, and you might be thinking, well, I want to stay low life, Waza, because I want to hit my Q and kill everybody more than just once. Well, when I talked about the ultimate, that'll make more sense why this happens. But you get a huge amount of life regen as you get lower levels, so it's really hard to kill a martyr at the lower levels.
Yeah.
We chose health regen rather than just giving back huge chunks or swathing parts of your life, so that you can get multiple Qs off. But the big thing about this ability is you can swap your health and mana. So you can get your health pool really, really low.
Yeah.
Like almost like Terrorblade from Dota, right? You get your health pull really, really low,
Use
cue somebody to kill them,
yeah.
and then over a
over.
channel time, swap your mana to your health to gain to gain all your life back and run away. There's been so many times in SBT where Monarch has like cruised into the jungle and like come up to middle lane, run out, hit a Q with no life, and as the tower's like coming to kill him because he's one shot away, he hits it and he starts swapping life, and he eats it and he starts to book it away. It's a super fun ability. In fact, this was the biggest feedback that we got from SBT, where they're like, we don't know, this could be a little too strong, this could be a little overpowered. So if you're looking at OP, this one might be a little over the top.
Yeah.
But we'll look at it, and of course, again, if it's too OP, we put in a channel time in there. It's 6.543 seconds, so it's not just instant. In the first iteration,
they have to actually channel it. They have to sit there channel.
No, they can move, right?
So so it's just overtime. Okay.
But over time, it's not like you're standing there channeling it, but over time it gradually gets it. So you can still try to kill the Martyr before he gets all of his life back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now the ultimate rework. Okay, the ultimate.
This is interesting.
Rework.
This is interesting.
So you can now cast Hand in Hand on an enemy.
Yeah.
And it reduces their life to a percentage, which is what, 20% at max?
Max level, yeah.
So you can lower an enemy's health to a minimum of 40, 30, 20% of their max life, right? So just drains their life, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, you can cast it on allies to do the same thing that it currently does. So you're not losing anything out of the ability. It's not changing. It's just now given a very offensive role to it as well.
Yeah.
And of course, then you can get Staff of the Master to remove that minimum cap. So the 20% is the minimum that it gets to at level 16. You can remove that, and they can lose all their life, depending on whatever your life is, obviously. But so Hand in Hand can now be really crush. It can be crush artist.
It's
right.
Potentially.
It's potentially broken, and if it is broken, blame Idager. I was like, no, why'd you do this?
You're the one talking about it here, but
it's
because Idager's
send the
sitting there
death threats
typing in the
to
next
Idager because he was like, and I was like, but Idager, this seems OP, and I don't want it to be OP. And he said, shut up, and he smacked me.
You?
He smacked me in the face. And
I hear it's little slaps all the time. Yeah. Actually, they're getting more and more frequent.
And I was like, okay, we'll do it.
Worried.
We'll just do it then. So blame Idager.
We're trolling, guys.
No.
We're trolling, guys. Let's hope that's clear. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Martyr's up there, too, with being a very, very strong rework.
So there is now feasible in HoN 2 actual defensive supports. Monarch being the ultra defense.
Yeah.
And Martyr being the more offensive defense switcheroo.
Yeah.
The brain space to be good with Martyr is pretty high. Like the skill level on Martyr.
Oh no, I imagine because you're
high.
constantly to look at other people's life and you're pay attention to yours, and whether you want to use Soul's Conviction at this time or say for hand in hand and damage somebody.
If you really want to prove your chops on how good of a support you are, Martyr's going to be where you prove it. Most turds are going to get on this guy and just feed.